So far, this job has been a lot of hurry up and wait.
It's going to delay us 3 to 4 weeks before we can continue.
We've been at the mercy of outside contractors and stuck in construction limbo.
Should probably start drinking.
Maybe we can toast a memory of the crabapple tree. It doesn't fit with Brenda and Tibor's vision of their backyard. So with the help of a professional, we're retiring it. I hope Brenda and Tibor are going to tell the little ones about tree heaven. Meanwhile, James and I are in a tree heaven of our own.
This is Acornis, Florida. Beautiful red berry, white flower in the springtime, and it's just the perfect shape. And red is the strongest color in the landscape too, so that's a real eye catcher. There's this design idea we're working on where we're going to have a deck that's raised about 3 feet, and we're going to have a recessed sort of box in the deck with this one specimen tree coming out of it. And I'm thinking this is shaping up quite nicely.
This one is in particular is a real beautiful focal. So recommend.
Excellent. I'm looking for 4 beautiful shrubs at the back of their house. They have these upper windows that are kind of at about 5.5 feet.
Yep.
They don't really want things to block the windows, so I'm thinking this might be a good choice. Cornus midwinter dogwood, which is just absolutely dynamite. This can be easily pruned. It bounces back very quickly, and it's a dogwood, so it can handle tougher conditions, and it can handle, there's some shade. Look at that.
Viburnum.
Viburnum, I think it's called Chicago Luster.
Chicago Luster.
I need 24 of them. I'm lining the whole backyard. 24. I find this to be a really dramatic plant, and we never use it.
I'm glad you're using natives too, you know. These can grow in the shade, they can grow in the sun.
Well, let's snap off some pictures. Can you get in there for human scale?
No problem.
Excellent. Okay, you're gonna freak my client out. Perfect. Actually, that's great. You know what?
Nice.
You know what? Why they're nice?
Because
You know, the other plant that we usually use for this shape and everything is the serviceberry, which we commonly use. Well, the serviceberry, as you gentlemen know, has, say the serviceberry was growing out of James's head here. It usually has sort of the 3 main trunks or some. Well, these guys, I just love the fact they have like 50 and they're thinner and they're dramatic.
It's going to be a real strong architectural feeling in the
You could probably do a wild thing with pruning this.
I think
You could probably prune this into like a really cool look.
So Brendan and Tibor's going well.
We had the hold up with the brick, but the brick's in, so finally we can get back to work, which is great.
It's a beautiful crabapple. It's softened in between the 2 properties. I don't want to make too big a point of it because they basically didn't want it.
But you know what? I have to say, now that it's out, I think it was the right decision, actually. I have to bow down to the fact that I think the client made the right call, which is always kind of a little hard to suck up.
Suck it up I will, because Brenda and Tibor are professional artists, and I can't ignore their instincts. Finally, it looks like there's nothing left between me and the finish line on this job. Wait a sec. Why does that deck look so not finished?
We can't use the wood because it's 2 feet too short for the deck. It's going to delay it till tomorrow when we can go get more wood.
I went to meet the guys for a debriefing. Sadly, Lauren used his magical powers to transform Kennedy's into a bird.
So Kennedy, what do you think about Brendan and Tibor's place?
This house needs more bird feeders.
Hello! Oh, geez, get a fly.
Don't worry about Kennedy. Lauren's magic will wear off eventually.
How's it going at Brandon Tibor's?
The door people were there first, that wasn't too bad, and the brick people came.
Oh,
And,
the brick
that took
people.
like 2 to 3 weeks. So anyways, I was just out there the other day, and the deck is pretty much done.
Sure, winter could strike at any moment, but that won't stop Tibor and Brenda from looking at our work with critical eyes.
Tibor and I are both visual artists, and we can be quite picky. But inside our house, we've got natural maple floors. So when we look out, it looks almost a little bit too much like a lumber yard.
The smaller deck feels kind of insignificant and small.
I'm sure they're going to like it when it's finished.
So we are worried about a snowstorm coming or something and covering everything before actually the job is going to be done.
Winter schminter. I'm beginning to think that Brenda and Tibor are losing the trust. Or maybe they're a couple of artistically inclined meteorologists. Whatever. I hope they like snowmen. That might be our only savior for their garden. You know, it's not easy to plant frozen trees, but we've got a pretty hardcore group of people willing to give it a shot.
You know, and the season is closing in on us. Winter, we have no way of predicting how it's going to come or when it's going to come, how hard the frost will be.
They're jackhammering the trees. I don't think we've ever jackhammered trees.
My concern is that we're not going to get these cornice out of their pots. Can we wiggle them out, or do we actually need my flamethrower?
Wait a minute. Did she just say flamethrower? Ow!
How you doing? My balls are chattering. I can hear them. Yeah. Funny enough, when I got out of the car, it's chattering. It's cold.
It's good to live and learn. The crew who are working out in the cold weather don't want to have their asses kissed by the frickin' designer guy.
Bonbon? They're good for you. I did bring bonbons.
I think it just I like rejected.
Come on, have a bonbon. Just one.
Just one, Matt.
Just to say we're friends. Come on!
Come on.
Scotch.